Now coming on to the formula of the truth functions. Now this is a kind of conjunctive proposition, and this function, that is a and or but or any conjunction, this function is called the conjunctive function. Now if I symbolize this proposition, it will be symbolized like this. Ram is a boy. For this, Ram is a boy P and Sita is a girl Q, and for this and I have put a dot here. Now the question is that whether this proposition is true or false. Okay, so to find out this proposition, this compound proposition, this conjunctive proposition to be true or false, we have to see whether these two conjuncts or these two elements of the propositions are true or not. So I'll put this P here and Q here and this total function here. This function is called conjunctive function. Now if both the propositions are true, you can see if Ram is a boy is true and Sita is a girl is true, then the whole sentence will automatically be true. If the sentence is, first sentence, Ram is a boy is true and the second one is false, you have got from your experience that yes, Ram is a boy and Sita is a girl is not true, so the whole sentence will automatically be false. Again, if you find that if Ram is a boy, this sentence is false, but Sita is a girl is true, then also the whole sentence will be false. And if you find that both the parts are false, that means the whole sentence is automatically false. So in this conjunctive function, what we have to remember is that if both the conjuncts are true, then the conjunctive function will be true, and in all other cases, it will be false. Okay. Coming on to disjunctive proposition. Now, disjunctive proposition is written like this, and if it is symbolized, then it will be like this. For Ram will go, I will put P. And for either or, for this either or, I will put a val, and for another sentence I will give Q. Okay. Now this is a disjunctive proposition and the function is called disjunctive function. Now if I have to find out the truth value of the whole compound proposition, then I have to find out the truth value of the first simple propositions also. Now either Ram will go or Hari will go, and if both goes, then no problem, it will be true. Either or means anyone can go, so if Ram goes and Hari doesn't go also, then also it is true. If Ram doesn't go and Hari goes, then also it is true, because either one will go. But if it is seen that none has gone, but here in the sentence it is written either one, any one will go, but here you can see both are false, then the whole sentence will be false. That means in case of disjunctive function, if both the disjuncts are false, then it is false, and in other cases it is true. Coming on to implicative proposition. If you read, then you will pass. If I symbolize the implicative proposition, this implicative proposition, then it will be symbolized like this. For if you read, I have put P. For you will pass, I have put Q, and for if, then I have given horseshoe. Okay. Now whether this proposition, this compound proposition is true or not, we have to find out these two first of all, and then this. Now if you read and you pass also, this whole sentence is actually correct. You read and you will pass. You have read and you have passed, that means it is correct. It is said that if you read, then you will pass, but you have read but you failed, then it is false automatically. But if you do not read and you pass, or if you do not read and you do not pass, then what will be the value? I have said if you read, then you will pass, but if you do not read, what will happen? I have not told. So if you do not read, you pass also, then also it's okay, and if you do not read and if you do not pass, then also it's okay. So in case of implicative proposition, remember that when the antecedent, the first one, is true and the consequent, the second one, is false, then the function will be false, and in other cases it will be true. Coming on to negative proposition. This is a negative proposition. Ram is not a boy, and if I symbolize, then it will become curl P, because for a single sentence I always give one variable, and for negative I put a curl before the variable. So if Ram is a boy is true, this is Ram is a boy and this is Ram is not a boy. If Ram is a boy is true, then Ram is a boy is true, then Ram is not a boy is false. If Ram is a boy is false, then Ram is not a boy will be automatically true. If the sentence is true, then negation will be false. If the sentence is false, the negation will be true. And the equivalent function. This is the equivalent proposition, and if I symbolize it, this is the first sentence, this is the second one, and for if and only if, we give 3 words. This is equivalent, means the whole sentence will be true when the values will be equal. So I put it here like this. Now I shall go, you invite me. I shall go and you invite me. Both the values are true. Both the values are equal. That means it is true. But if both the values are not equal, then it will be false, because this is an equivalent function. So if both the values are equal, then the values will be true. Otherwise, it will be false. Okay. So this is equivalent function. Now we have gone through the 5 functions of truth values, which we make the functions by connecting the variables, and these symbols, these constants are called the connectives. That is if and only if, then, either or. These are all the connectives which make the proposition compound. We join 2 or more sentences together, and these are the you can say these are the formulas of the truth to find out the truth values of the compound propositions.